Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'll be showing you one of my favorite card tricks to do, and it's actually really easy, so let's get straight into the video. So I'll show you the performance first, and then I'll give you a tutorial afterwards. Alright, so here's the performance for the trick. We have 4 queens here, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we can go ahead and set the queens to the side for now, and if I just, I'm going to make a secret prediction to myself, and if I had a spectator, they could go ahead and shuffle the cards up. Just like this. You could completely shuffle the cards. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and make his secret prediction. I think I'm going to choose this card. Yep. So, now if I had a spectator with me, then I would go ahead and get them to say stop to choose a card, but since I don't have one, let's go ahead. I'm not looking, and they can go ahead and say stop whenever they want. Let's say they say stop then. And I can say, are you sure? Yep. They say yes. I show the card. Just like that. I'll place it back on top. Now I can completely lose the spectator's card in the middle of the deck, just like that, and slowly push that in there. Now we can take the 4 queens from earlier, and what we're going to do is use the secret prediction. So we have 4 queens, and I'm going to show them off to you. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 queens. Now firstly, we have a black queen. So the black queen can go on top of my prediction. Secondly, we have a red queen. That can go on the bottom of my prediction. And basically the red queens and the black queens are having a race to find the spectator's card. So we'll see who wins the race. You can actually see that the red queens won the race, and you can see that the 2 black queens are surrounding one card only. My prediction from the start, your card, the King of Diamonds. So that's the trick guys, now for the tutorial. Alright guys, so here's the tutorial for the trick you just saw. This trick is actually one of my favorite tricks to do, and it's completely impromptu, so that is great as well. So you're going to start off with getting 4 cards, the 4 queens, and the spectator can completely shuffle the cards afterwards. And so you're going to separate them into colors. So you have 2 red queens, 2 black queens, and you start off with it like this, or you can do it the other way. Basically, you're just gonna have 2 of the same color on the outside, and then the other 2 cards of the other color on the inside. So it's like that, or the other way around like that. It doesn't matter how it's done. So once you've done that, you're gonna take the cards, and you're gonna put your pinky on the top of the top card in the deck. You're going to square the 4 queens up, and just going to use your thumb and slide the cards off the deck, just like that. So like that. And so you're going to say, so we have 4 queens here, 1, 2, 3, and then the last card, you're going to basically put it there. In the performance, as like an excuse for putting it there, I just did a twirl or something like that. So you have your middle finger and ring finger on the top, your thumb on the bottom, index finger in the middle, and it's not that hard. You just let go with your thumb and put pressure on your index finger. Oh, not like that. So do it like that and keep it in your hand, flick it over, just put it back on top. That part doesn't really matter that much as long as you have this card out jogged. So you take it off your pinky break and flip over the 4 cards, just like that, keeping the 4th queen at jogged, just like that. Now you're gonna take your thumb and just push down on that queen there and push it in, and you'll notice that the 3 cards on top of it push up. So push down on it, slide it in, and get a thumb break on the top 3 cards, just like this. So after you have the thumb break, you're gonna pick them up off the deck and say, okay, we're gonna set the 4 queens down off to the side, and just like that. And you've only put 3 queens down and leaving the other queen on top. So you put the 4 queens down when you're actually putting the 4 queens down. Sorry, you're putting the 3 queens down, even though, and you're leaving 1 on top. So after that, the spectator can shuffle the cards as much as they want, it doesn't matter. Okay, and then you're going to say that you're going to make a secret prediction. So, it's there. Normally, it's not in a weird position, so say we shuffle the cards. Alright, so just like that. Now you're going to go through the cards, and you can even like throw the spectator off and say, oh, I think I'll go for this card. And then you can say, actually, no, I think I'll go this card. Either way, it doesn't matter. You're going to choose the 4th queen and just place it off to the side. Now, the next spectator will choose any card. It's a free choice, and then, so in this example, it's a 7 of clubs. And it doesn't matter what you do, as long as you keep the spectator's card on top. So, how I did it in the performance that you saw before, I did like a riffle, and they would say stop. So say they say stop there, they really can say stop whenever they want, and this isn't like a riffle force or anything. So I'm just gonna riffle back 2 more cards. So just like that, I'll riffle back 2 cards from where they said stop, like that. And I'm gonna say, and we're just gonna poke it out and say, okay, that's your card. And the magician doesn't look at the card, but for this example, I'm going to look at it, the 4 of clubs. You take the card as if it's 1 and just place it back on top. Then you take the top card, which isn't their card, you're just putting it in the middle, and you can show them it's in the middle, you slide it back in. So you've actually just controlled their card to the top. Next, you're going to slide the top card off and get a pinky break, like that. So it should be done like when you're coming over to pick up the 4 queens from over there. So just like that. And so once you have the pinky break, and you're going to come over with the 3 queens, come over and just slide it on top. And you're going to grab the spectator's card that's on top. So it should look like this. So we're going to grab the 4 queens over here, and we can just set the deck down to the side, and yeah, and you've put the card on the bottom. So now it looks like that you have 4 queens here, and what you're going to do, here's what I did in the performance. So we have 4 queens here, and you're just going to swap these 2 cards on the top for the bottom 2 cards. So I like to take the top 2 cards and just do a little like slide and say, okay, we have 4 cards here, and just put it back on the bottom. So that's all you're doing, like that. Next, you're going to take your secret prediction, which is a queen, put it in the middle and say, and you're going to get ready for a double lift. So, before then, you have to learn a move called the Elmsley count. If you don't know how to do the Elmsley count, I'll link a card somewhere up there for the video on it for a tutorial on it. And you're going to get ready for a double lift. And as well, if you don't know what a double lift is or how to do it, I'll have a card up there for how to do a double lift. And so here you're going to do an Elmsley count. So you're going to flip the cards over face down, and it should be like this. You have 2 queens on the bottom, the spectator's card, second from the top, and another queen on the top. So basically you're going to do Elmsley count. It should look like this. So it conceals the spectator's card. And yep, so basically how the Elmsley count works is you take the top card, put it back on the bottom, then slide 2 cards off, which is, you just concealed the spectator's card, and it looks like you're showing that 4 different cards. Now, after you've done that, you're going to flip the cards back over and get ready for a double lift. So getting a break under 2 cards should be pretty easy with 4 cards. So you just pull down on the bottom 2 cards like that and get a break on the top 2 cards. Then you just flip it over. So how to do a double lift? There's 2 cards on the top here. You basically just pick up the 2 cards and pretend it's 1 card. So you flip and you flip it over just like that. But you're actually flipping 2 cards over. Looks like you're flipping over 1. So you show, okay, it's the Queen of Clubs. Sorry, it's a black queen. So don't refer to them as their suits. Refer to them as a black queen. So you take the 2 cards, flip it back over, and take the top card and just put it on top of your secret prediction. So now what you've just done there is you've placed the spectator's card on top of your prediction. So next you just pull down on the bottom card and catch a break underneath the 2 cards, the top 2 cards, and you're going to do the same thing as before. You're just going to flip both of them as 1, and you can say, okay, it's a red queen. You take the red queen, sorry, you take the top card, not the red queen, this is actually a black queen. You place it underneath the spectator's card, sorry, my secret prediction. Now you take the remaining 2 cards and you're going to click them together and say, okay, they're having a race. And sometimes it's going to be a red and black queen, or sometimes it's going to be 2 black queens, 2 red queens. And in the performance, I think it was the black queens won the race. In this case, just say it's a tie, and you can take the 3 cards. So now it's like this. You have the spectator's card on the top. In the middle is a queen, and on the bottom is another queen. And they're both 2 different suits, depending on how your outcome was. So here you spread them out. And so now all you have to do is switch the spectator's card with the middle card, and then the trick's done. So how you do that is you take the bottom card, which is a queen, you take it, and while you're flipping it up, you actually use your your middle finger, your ring finger, and your index finger to slide it across with your thumb on this card, on the spectator's card. So you go like this, slide them across while you're doing this, while you're flipping over the bottom card. It should look like that. And you've just swapped the spectator's card with the prediction. So like that, you swap them, flip, sorry, hold on, like this, yep. So you flip this one over, swap them, flip the, so you're like this, you have the middle card here, and you flip the one on the bottom, which is the queen, you flip it over, and it looks like you take out your prediction, which was you take out their card, which was swapped with the prediction, and you just say, my prediction from the start was your card. So I'll go through that one more time quickly. So you should be here, and yep. Oh no, sorry. Should be just there. Alright. So you flip this card over, and while you're doing that, you use these 3 fingers, and along with the thumb on this top card, you swap them both. So you go like that. And now the spectator's card is in the middle. You flip the next card over, leaving the middle card, and show that it's the spectator's card. Now I'll go through everything very quickly one more time. So you start with 4 cards in that order, or in this order, like this, or like that, it doesn't matter. I'll put this back in the deck. You take the cards, you put your pinky on the top of the deck to get a pinky break underneath the 4 queens. So you say 1, 2, 3, and then you do whatever turn you want or twirl you want. It doesn't matter as long as the card finishes slightly below the other cards. Then you flip it off, flip it from the break, you flip it back over. You have the 4th queen here. You push it down while pushing it back in. You grab a thumb break under the top 3 cards, and you say, okay, so we'll take the 4 queens and set them to the side off there. And then the spectator can shuffle the cards. You go through the cards, make your prediction, which is the 4th queen. You set it down to the side, and then the spectator can choose any card, and you just want to retain that card at the top. So you can do both shuffles as long as you keep their card on the top. And so you're going to slide the top card off with your thumb, and you're just going to catch pinky break on the top card while you're getting the 3 queens that's over here. And you're going to come along with the 3 queens and just casually pick up the spectator's card on top of the deck. And it should look like this in performance speed. Okay, so we'll pick up the 4 queens from earlier, and you can actually set the deck down to the side for now. So now you've just loaded their card on the bottom. You're going to say, okay, so we have the 4 queens here. Swap the 2 top cards on the from the top and put them on the bottom, just like that. Take the prediction from earlier. Okay, so we'll show the cards off now. The 4 queens. You flip the cards over, and then do an Elmsley count, which is once again up the top from earlier. So we can take it, do the Elmsley count. 1, 2, 3, 4 queens. You flip it back over, and you're going to get ready for a double. Just pull down on the bottom 2 cards like that, and flip the 2 cards that are on top back over. So in this case we have a red queen. Place it once you flip it back over. So you're here, you do the double lift, you say the red queen. Now you're not actually putting down the red queen, you just flip the card over, take the top card, put it on top of the prediction. Then you take the next queen, you get another break under the top 2 cards, do another double lift, this time it's black queen. You put it underneath the prediction, and from here you say, okay, it's the red and black queens are having a race, so let's see who wins. You can see that the red queens won the race to find your card. You pick up the cards, show them off like this, flip over this card while changing these 2 cards over, so like that, using these 3 fingers, index, middle, ring finger, here to slide it over, while the thumb is doing it for the spectator's card. So while you're flipping it over, you swap them, flip the other queen over, leaves you with this card, and it will be the spectator's card. So that's the trick, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you for another video. Bye.